Hey guys, how you doing? I just felt like doing more of a chit-chatty video today about minimalism, kind of how I'm feeling about things, consumerism. You know, there are just there's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of people pushing out information out there. And I think, obviously we get influenced by those things and those people. And that includes me. So there's just been a lot of different things happening, right? So we've had the pandemic. And I got to tell you, during this pandemic, it was one of the scariest and the best times of my life. I was frightened for the world, frightened for my mom, who's older, and really hunkered down to make sure that she was safe. And there were a lot of other things that happened during the pandemic with her that wasn't so good. And I think a lot of people just fell into depression and just all kinds of things. So the pandemic brought out some of that, but the pandemic also brought about a huge calmness for me. I was not even thinking about my wardrobe. I wasn't thinking about bags, shoes, fashion. I wasn't going anywhere. I was inside the house. And so any anxiety that's attributable to those things, and some people have anxiety around those things, I didn't have during the pandemic. It was great. I mean, I was like enjoying being at home with my family, and it was so nice to have that. So, now that we are back to some degree, people are traveling again, people are going back into the office again, I think people are starting to get back to their normal selves. And I can tell you for me, that I don't want to get back to my normal self. I want to get back to some kind of a new normal for me. And that means being very mindful of the things that I consume. I have watched many videos here on YouTube on minimalism, and I've thought a lot about it. I've seen these beautiful curated closets with like, they have muted tones. I mean, just beautiful. And could I do that? Yes. And I actually started the process of trying to clear out some of the clutter, That was the big thing during the pandemic. I didn't have a lot of clutter in my mind, and I wanted to get back to that. So I started clearing out my closet. I got home really late last night. I just decided, not super late, but it was just, I got home and it was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and start clearing out my closet. So I decided to use a spare closet that I have to start moving out. The first thing I did was I wanted to move out my spring, summer clothes and move them and start like organizing my work clothes. So I have returned back to work. I have bought some things for work. The place where I work, depending on where I go, if I'm going to the corporate office, the office culture there is to dress up. So I needed to kind of buy a few more office-y type things. So I added a few things into my wardrobe. But as I was going through my wardrobe, like I said, you are looking at some of these beautiful curated minimalist closets that have just these muted tones, and they're really beautiful. I noticed how much color I have in my wardrobe. And the reason that I have so much color in my wardrobe is because I like color. So I like to be simple, but then I like to add a pop of color, if that makes any kind of sense. I also like to be colorful during the spring and the fall. Most of the clothes that I removed out of my closet were colorful. And so I thought, well, for me, being a minimalist does not mean that I'm going to remove all the color out of my clothes or having kind of a muted tone closet so that I can mix and match everything. For me, it's going to be, how many pieces do I have in my closet that are similar? Do I need this many of them? Why? What are they going to be used for? And I do like pops of color. So am I going to completely remove that out of my closet? No. That's the decision I made yesterday as I was going through my closet. The other thing that was really nice about the pandemic for me, I know some people sat at home and like was online shopping all day long. I just didn't. I didn't shop at all. I didn't shop for clothes. I didn't shop for makeup. I didn't shop for shoes, bags, nothing. I shop for food, going to the store and finding out that and finding out that toilet paper was hard to come by gave me anxiety. Like I thought, oh my God, I can't believe that I can't get toilet paper, right? It's something we took for granted. And all of a sudden you couldn't have toilet paper. And that was crazy. So it just taught me a lot. The pandemic really taught me a lot. So I say that to say, as we're getting back into the rhythm of things, a lot of people are traveling again. They're going on vacations. But again, I see a lot of consumerism happening. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not against consumerism. Without buying things, the economy just stops. People lose their jobs. Factories shut down because there's no need anymore. So the economy is impacted by the things that we buy, for sure. So I'm not one of these people that are like, no, I'm just going to stop buying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want to be mindful of the things that I buy. I don't want to feel overwhelmed when I go into my closet. And so I feel like I'm not to either extreme. I feel like I want to be right in the middle. And for me, that means if I can decide that I should only have a certain number of shirts, black shirts, for example. How many black shirts do I need? Do I need 5 or can I deal with 2? And then the other thing that was really impactful when I was organizing my closet, or I started organizing my closet, was the thought of one in, one out, right? And not buying multiples of the same color. The one thing I noticed in my closet, I have a lot of black. Well, look, I'm from New York originally, so black is always in style. Black will always be in my closet. I always gravitate towards black. It's just cool, right? It's one of the reasons I like Prada. I think Prada is very simple, and black is always an element that's usually in their clothes. They're just, even the symbol, like it's black and silver, or, now they've incorporated other, colors, but they're very simple that way. I just always like Prada for that reason. So black will always be in my closet, but I'm Indian. I like color. So you're never going to pull color away from my closet. That's not going to happen. So I have a lot of black in my closet, but I have other colors in there. And I noticed that my fall clothes tend to be more like darker colored in nature. And then my spring clothes, definitely that's when I go crazy with like florals and prints and all kinds of stuff like that. Cause I enjoy, the other color that I noticed that I really love, orange. I love orange. Like I have a lot of orange in my spring, summer clothes. And I think that's because that when I put orange on, I feel like it looks really good on my skin tone and it really brings out my natural skin color. And that's why I have a lot of orange. So more power, right? The other thing I wanted to address is like shopping addiction. Like, do I have a shopping addiction? I don't know that I have a shopping addiction. I think maybe I have a shopping addiction. I have grown up with fashion. I grew up in New York. I grew up with magazines. I grew up with makeup being an outlet for me. I love makeup. I know I can tell you in the past several years, I have stopped buying palettes because I had so many. And again, I'm going to go back to what I said, one in, one out. I think that really needs to be my new rule, is one in, one out. That's the rule that I'd like to stick by. So I feel like so I've kind of gone through my work clothes. So I'm pretty set on my work clothes. But for me, what I'm going to do is make sure that I stick to a number. I am going to go through those again and kind of weed out the things that I don't want. But I think, that's how I feel. I don't know if any of you guys feel that way. I want to be conscientious of the things that I buy. I don't want to repeat. I don't want to waste my money. I want to buy stuff that I feel that will last forever. And then if it doesn't last forever and I get tired of it, that I can recycle. That's another really great way of feeling like you're not adding to just the number of materials that are being produced. I just want to feel like I have control over what I purchase. And as a consumer, you do. You have the power of spending your money any way you like. You are in control of your money. So you shouldn't be influenced, even though that's what social media is, a lot of it, that's what it's about. And some of that is okay. I mean, if someone is buying something and it is helpful to them, they want to share it, okay, that's great. But then you've got to decide, do I need that thing? Do I also have the same problem? Do I also have the same issue? Is that thing that I'm buying going to help me with this specific issue or problem that I have? And some of these things are kind of funny, right? Because some of these things we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars worth of a bag. Is that really necessary? No. No. Yesterday I went to Macy's with my mom, and one of the brands that I really, really love is they carry Lauren by Ralph Lauren at Macy's. And I love the style, love the brand. And they had a bag there. And I want to say the bag was even on sale for like 40% off. I think it was like in the $200 range or something like that, comparable to Coach pricing, although Coach I think has gone up. But the bag was so cute. It was so cute. There was another, it was a crossbody. It was kind of like a puffy leather bag. And it was adorable. And I looked at that and I thought, I would wear that. I would wear that. I don't care that it says Lauren by Ralph Lauren on it. It's cute. Like, it's cute and I would wear it and it's functional. So some of you guys come on here for the entertainment of it all. And I appreciate that. Like, I am entertained by looking at people like buying some of these high-end brands and just looking at the bags, like they're just beautiful. I love it. I think what I'm trying to say is I love beautiful things, and at the end of the day, you want to be in control of what you purchase as a consumer. So that's where I'm at. You know, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'd like to know. Leave some comments in the description, or leave your comments below. I know you see me in like different rooms every time I'm filming, but I'm trying to use the camera I have and not upgrade yet. I'm kind of feeling like, for me, if I am able to grow my channel and get to a certain level, then I will go ahead and upgrade my camera. But why upgrade my camera if my camera is fine right now? So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling today. I was gonna do some other videos today, and I think I probably still will film a different video for you guys, so I can get that going. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you. Come on here and just do a little bit chit chat on minimalism, consumerism, and kind of being in the middle and having a balance in your life. For having a balance in your life by feeling that you have control over your purchasing. Your purchasing is power. Your ability to have the dollars and then make a decision to purchase is power. So if you have that power, use it wisely, because that's what companies want, right? They want your dollars. They want your loyalty. They want you to continue buying. So when you hear people, you know, that are upset about quality and this and that, you know what? Use your voice. Tell the companies that you are not happy with the quality that they're bringing by not purchasing, by contacting them, by telling it on social media. Tell us that we shouldn't be buying something because, you know, they're not minding their store. You know, companies have an obligation to mind their store, mind their products, make sure the quality is there, make sure that they have the people in place to provide the right customer service. I mean, you know, I work in the business world and I'm constantly analyzing how companies sell their products and how they, why some companies are better than others in the market. You know, a lot of it has to do with their quality. A lot of it has to do with their customer service. If you have poor customer service, you're lost. So, again, you have power in your purchasing. That's how you have a voice. And so if you don't like something, then show the companies that you don't like them. Show a brand that you don't like it. And I think it's important to give brands feedback, because sometimes they just don't know. They just don't know any better. So in true form, I'm wearing black and a pop of color. That's just me, guys. That's just me. I'm never going to get rid of my color. So I'm never going to have that perfectly curated closet with monotone, you know, colors. I'll have some of that, but then you are going to see me with a pop of color, whether it's in my makeup, whether it's in a hair accessory, whether it's in a scarf, whether it's in a shoe, because remember, I love shoes. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling today. So tell me how you feel below. Let me know, where are you guys at? Do you guys feel the same way about buying and spending? You know, I'm just feeling that way a lot. I'm looking at my closet, you know, and it's overwhelming. I don't want to feel overwhelmed anymore. I don't want to feel anxious about what I'm going to wear. I don't want to feel so unorganized. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it to be better every day. And that's all I can do. That's why we're here, to try and get better every day. So that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you later. Mwah. Ciao.